One, just one. I just need this one. Trust me. The left
Yeah, I
hook.
only need one too.
Okay.
You get that too.
That's fine. All right, then we both got it. We both got it.
Like, come on, bro.
I can't hear
I
you.
touched.
Boxing never fails to bring the drama, and the DAZN live press conference between Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Lamont Roach took things to another level. Fans came expecting some trash talk and the usual stare down to build hype, but what unfolded was total chaos. Lamont Roach didn't just run his mouth. He stepped up and shoved Tank right in front of a packed crowd, sparking a full-on brawl. Security rushed in, but the damage was done. Let's break down exactly what happened and why this moment could shift everything in the lead-up to the fight. The tension between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach had been building for weeks, but no one saw it reaching this level. What started as a war of words just erupted into something much bigger. With fight night just around the corner, both fighters were feeling the pressure. Tank, the undefeated knockout machine, showed up with his usual confidence, fully aware that one clean shot could end Roach's night in an instant.
Hands, before I go see Tank, I gotta get shots in my hands. Then I gotta make sure my hands is right, because I don't dumb him down with punches. I let him do it, you know what I'm saying? And he get to a point, you alright, you alright? Yeah. Nigga, work. I just feel sorry for them guys that really pushed the button. Martin pushed the button. Y'all see how it went out.
On the other side, Roach had been climbing the ranks and earning real respect as a legit contender. He wasn't just showing up for a paycheck, he came to take it all from Tank. And at the press conference, he made that crystal clear.
I think he actually took this fight for the naysayers and all this and all the people talking shit about the fight. I think he actually took the fight because he know that I'm a dog, and he want to prove his skills against a dog. So I'm gonna show y'all what happens when two dogs get in the ring together, and I'm gonna be the one. Obviously, I'm gonna be the one coming out victorious, and you know, we're gonna put on a hell of a show for y'all. So tune in, by the fight.
The face-off was on. Both fighters stood just inches apart, locked in a tense stare-down. Tank smirked, calm and confident, while Roach held his ground, refusing to look away. It was a silent war of pride and power.
Yeah, that's fine.
But Roach wasn't about to let this be just another typical stare-down. Out of nowhere, he shoved Tank with both hands, sending him stumbling back. That moment lit the fuse. Tank, never one to back off, charged forward swinging. Roach didn't flinch, standing his ground right in the chaos he created. Security rushed in to pull them apart. So why did Roach do it? Was it pure emotion, or a smart mind game? Some say Roach was trying to mess with Tank's head. Tank usually controls the energy, but this time Roach flipped the script. By striking first, he triggered an emotional response, making the champ look shaken in front of everyone.
I don't really be like outside. I mean, I be outside, but I don't really be like in people's way. You know what I mean? I like that. That's how I calm myself down. Cause I know I'm aggressive. I know like if anything around me, I'm gonna get pissed off. Like, but I remove myself from like.
4 years, Tank has built a reputation for staying ice cold under pressure. Whether it's trash talk, intense face-offs, or walking to the ring on fight night, he's always in control. But this time, something changed. Roach got under his skin, and for the first time in a long time, Tank snapped.
It's gonna be a party on your floor.
I'm gonna let y'all know something. His father was up here shaking on the what's the name? He was shaking on the.
Thank everybody that played a part in it. My team, Roberto Diaz, Gary Jonas.
On my kids, he was shaking on this thing. On my kids, he was shaking. How you gonna say it's cat? And you gonna say it's cat? I'm watching it.
Roach's shove was flat-out disrespect, and Tank refused to take it. He charged in swinging until 4 security guards pulled him away. That's not the calm champ we know.
When the people who I fight, when they start talking, that's when y'all get dumb. I'm gonna beat his ass.
He can't do shit with.
For
I don't
real.
give a fuck.
So y'all better be quiet.
I don't give a fuck if y'all was quiet, if y'all was loud.
He got the whole hood over there.
Like, twist it up. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Y'all can do whatever y'all want. My mother, he can't stop nothing over here.
None of that.
Not at all.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna fuck him up.
Not at all. Never. Nothing's gonna get fucked up over here. What do I look like getting fucked up?
Okay.
That shit.
Okay.
That shit ain't never gonna stop nothing over here.
And he gonna pay for it. I guarantee he pay for it. I guarantee he pay for it. I guarantee it.
Calm down, brother.
Come to the fight. Come to the fight.
They probably gonna get you fucked up.
Let's be real, before this moment, nobody was really giving Lamont Roach a chance. Most saw him as just another opponent someone Tank would add to his highlight reel.
No, I think Lamont Roach is a terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, I mean, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a dedicated fighter when it comes to training and fighting and making sure that he's in optimal conditions when he steps inside that squared circle. It's going to be a tough night for Roach, but you can never count him out. You know, watching him fight up close and personal, he's sneaky good, which means he can catch you at any time. He can land combinations sometimes at will without you even knowing it. You know, he's that sneaky. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. But you know, obviously Gervonta Davis has the experience. He has the knowledge. He has that mean streak in him that will take you out with any punch.
But after that press conference, the story is changing. Roach showed real fearlessness, standing up to one of boxing's hardest hitters. And confidence like that can make all the difference.
But just overall being something that he's not been in the ring with. I'm the total package, and honestly, sometimes I think he doubt himself. But I'm a competitor, and I feel like I'm the best. So I'm a show up.
When he talks about you not bringing your family, what goes through your mind when you hear him say that?
I ain't worried about it.
Adding even more heat to the situation is Floyd Mayweather's surprising role. Floyd and Tank's history is complicated. Once a mentor, their relationship broke down, leading to a very public fallout.
Tank Davis, he was a young kid, came up to me when he was a kid, wanted an autograph. I signed his phone for him and told him, "You'll be world champion someday, and I'll be your promoter." Years later, he was working with some people from our team, because our team is huge. We got guys in DC, Baltimore, Philly, New York, all around. He won a few fights. I think he was like 8 or 9-0. I told him, in under 24 months, you'll be world champion. Made the right moves, put him in the right position. He's a multi-millionaire now.
Absolutely.
He was a kid that couldn't even buy a bus ticket. Now he's a multi-millionaire.
Now, with Floyd backing fighters like Keyshawn Davis and maybe even supporting Roach, the mind games have gotten deeper. Could Roach's shove have been part of Floyd's plan? Did Mayweather coach him to mess with Tank's focus? The fight between Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Lamont Roach Jr. is definitely on, but honestly, who really wanted this matchup? Remember, Tank has already announced he's retiring, making 2025 his final year. Expectations for his last run are through the roof.
25 is at the next year. I'm out of it.
After our second fight.
You're out of it?
Yeah.
Care to elaborate on that?
Out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
Fans and boxing analysts are demanding big, legacy-defining fights, battles that truly matter for Tank's career. But instead of stepping up to face a top-level opponent, he's matched with Lamont Roach. That's where the criticism starts. Many feel Tank should be chasing bigger names to cement his place in history. Facing Roach isn't the challenge they expected, and that's fueling the backlash from fans and experts alike.
I don't know Lamont Roach, but, you know, when you're looking at Shakur Stevenson, when you're looking at, you know, these other fights that he should really be fighting, you know, he don't want to do them fights. He wants to retire. Yeah. So don't come and but don't come and come at me.
Yeah.
And go, oh yeah, let's give it all, very big bollocks, and go, oh yeah, let's give him some stick, and then make out like we want the fight. And then we send an offer over, and then you fight for 15 million, and yet you fight Lamont Roach. Don't do all that. Do you know what I mean?
It was a real offer. That was true then.
It was a real offer. We offered. I said, listen, you keep talking my promoter's going to get back to you in 48 hours. 50 minutes. Initial offer sent over. But was it Unquell didn't let him out to play? His boss didn't let him out. That's it. So he wants to talk about, 50 million. First offer. First offer.
There was room to negotiate.
Of course there was. But he's an idiot. I don't even know if he knows what negotiating means.
Let's break it down. First, Roach doesn't have the star power to sell this fight. He's definitely skilled, no question, but he's not a big name that gets people talking. In boxing, hype matters as much as talent, and this matchup just isn't creating much excitement.
What do you think of the announcement of the Gervonta Davis Roach fight?
I think that, it's had a lot of criticism, but it's not a bad fight. Lamont Roach is a world champion. He's smaller than Gervonta Davis. The problem is not many people are aware of who he is or his ability. But he can fight. I don't think it's a huge fight, but not a terrible one.
But here's the real problem. Tank and Roach have already faced off several times in the amateurs, and Tank won every single fight, easily. So, why would the pro fight play out any differently?
The fact that Lamont Roach is as familiar with Tank Davis as he is, it goes beyond them fighting in the amateurs. They've spent time in camp together. He's been around Tank. He's seen Tank up close and personal, whether he's in the ring with them or not. That matters. When you know a guy's rhythm, when you know their speed, when you know what they're thinking, that changes everything, Saying all this to say that because I know we got a lot of people. It don't matter. When he get hit, he going to sleep. Just wait for it. This might be a fight until he gets hit. And again, he's tasted that before. So if he gets hit and he doesn't go away, we got a fight on our hands, I think it's a good fight. I think that there's better fights for Tank Davis, but this is a good fight for him.
If there's one fight that truly fits Tank at this point in his career, it's Shakur Stevenson.
The fight has got to happen. There's no way the fight don't happen. The best of the best versus the best, and I can't wait for it.
What would happen between you and Gervonta?
I'm going to win, for sure, 100%. I think that a lot of people going to bet the other way, and a lot of people going to lose money, but the people who bet this way are going to win money.
This is the matchup fans have been waiting for. Tank and Shakur have been trading barbs on social media for years, challenging each other and raising the stakes.
6-7 more fights, and I'm naming names. One of the guys, obviously, you and Shakur got into it on Twitter. You was like, you wanted them 6 or 7.
Yeah, he's definitely one of them.
For sure?
Yeah, he's definitely one of them.
Do you think that's going to be your hardest fight?
Hell no.
Nah?
Wow.
Because he a good boxer, nigga. Like, that's when I look at y'all two as the best in the division.
How? Show me something that he did spectacular. Show me something that he did outrageous. Show me.
Right.
His power not outrageous.
Okay.
What defense?
You think he got defense?
He just jumped back. You never see him slip no punch. You never see him slip no punch. Go look at it. You see him back up from a lot of people. Back up, move around. He don't got no technique. And his offense is the same thing. If go look at his fights.
So you
I
feel
probably
like
pin him on game.
Yeah, but you feel like it's easy work though. You like.
Come on, bro.
Shakur has called out Tank several times, accusing him of avoiding tough fights and picking easy opponents. Now, with Tank's career nearing its end, this is the perfect moment to settle the score once and for all.
Your beef is not with Floyd Mayweather. You sitting here beefing with Floyd. It's a fighter out here that's been calling your name that want to fight you. Gervonta Tank Davis, let's make the fight happen, man. I'm tired of tweeting. I'm tired of talking about it. Stop ducking me and let's make the fight happen.
Unlike Roach, Shakur is a real name in boxing. He's an undefeated champion, one of the best defensive fighters out there, and someone with the skills to challenge Tank like never before.
Shakur can have power, but it's hard to hurt somebody like this. You're so trying not to get hit that you're pulling the punch back faster than you're delivering the punch. You ain't gonna hurt nobody like that. Yeah, he's fast, He got crazy gifts, and the defense is good. But don't forget the rest of that term for the sweet science of bruising. And Artem came out looking better than he did when he walked into the ring.
That's exactly the kind of challenge Tank needs if he wants to truly secure his legacy.
I wonder, Shakur is a quick boxer, a good guy, but do you think he would engage you enough that make it an entertaining fight? Or if you fought him, do you feel like it would be a bad fight because you'd be chasing him all night?
You know how it would go. Everybody in this room would know how it would go. I think that should be good for the sport if we fight.
Plus, the drama is already built in. There's history, real tension, and a true debate about who would come out on top if these two finally face off in the ring.
Shakur Stevenson. Shakur might have better defense, but at the end of the day, I still think we haven't seen the best Tank Davis. That's what people always power. We still haven't seen the best Tank Davis. And Shakur, for the most part, he comes forward. Tank Davis, he takes his one shot. He's a very patient fighter. He doesn't throw a lot of shots, but every shot he throws, he makes.
Tank is one of the most explosive fighters in boxing today, but if he keeps choosing easy fights over real challenges, his career might not finish the way it deserves.
Tank Davis. Bad dude. See, what I like about Tank is Tank brings something different. Back in the days, everybody had something. Muhammad Ali was a mover boxer. George was a puncher. Ernest Shavers was a puncher. Everybody had something they brought to the table. Larry Holmes had a jab. Mike Weaver had overhand right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has something. That division now is full, and Tank having to be the knockout guy of the division. He the one with the main knockout power. Garcia has it too, but Tank got that real knockout power that, like, if Tank hit one of them clean, usually they gonna have a problem. So it's like, I like Tank. Every now and then, I think when he knows he can beat somebody, he probably don't lock in as hard, but I think when they bring challenges, he locks in. Yeah, he fights to the level of his competition. He was doing that a lot. And he got to be careful of that. 2 fights ago, he was really doing that. You feel me? So you got to be careful of that, because if you come in and think somebody is not at your level and you underestimate them, it can get you beat. So that's the only thing I think you got to be careful of. Other than that, Tank is a really good fighter.
If Tank wants to leave as a true legend, he has to face opponents who actually pose a threat. Shakur is that kind of fighter. Fans want it. The sport needs it. Now the big question is, will Tank rise to the challenge before it's too late?
He may or may not fight guys like Shakur or Devin. What would his legacy be then in your eyes?
I think his legacy will be in his time, which he need to be respected for, that Tank did what most of the greats did in their time. One ballot, as far as I'm concerned, Hall of Famer. So based on that, in his time, as far as his era, where it was loaded with fighters or fights and fighters that could have fought each other and they didn't. Every era has that same situation. I don't think that ever gonna go away or ever would be something dismissed from eras of conversation. But I think Tank Davis, understand his path and gonna go by what he feels. Hey, he's young still, might change his mind, who knows? Something might happen in the next 1 or 2 fights where there's an automatic repeat or rewind of something spectacular on his way out.
That's it for today's video. If you liked it, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss our new content. Also, share your thoughts in the comments below. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video.